Good evening, viewers. You're on to another beautiful segment of Time Out with Amidat, and I'm your host, Amidat Lega. Hey, before we go on to this segment of the program, here are some commercials. We'll be back after this time out. Don't go away.
Believing is of the mind. Possibility comes from trying. I believe I can fly. Surplus scripting to actualize your desires. Astute professionals that can guarantee an affordable and functional website, reliable web hosting, and bulk SMS services. If you have ever dreamt of domain registration, human resources application, and establishment management application, Surplus will make the script that will build your dreams. Through general IT consultancy, software development, ICT training, and sales of ICT video materials. Surplus Limited, Shop 9, Ede Shopping Plaza, opposite the Observer Newspapers, Airport Road, Benin City. Telephone 0803-819-6863 or 0805-171-1664. Surplus. The script builds the dream.
Welcome back, viewers. This is the Time Out with Amidat, your program, my program, our program. Well, the Edo State Governor, Comrade Adams Ali Yoshomole, was recently honored with a chieftain title called the Oshosima of the Universe by the Afemai Rulers Forum here in Esako in Edo State. And the event took place at the Auchi Polytechnic Sport Complex in Edo State. To stay tuned as we bring the beautiful, lovely clip for your viewing pleasure. Don't go away.
What the governor was actually using that communication and campaign for the Congress re-election for a second term. There has been no governor in the history of Edo State, the funds, vendor, and the whole new establishment that has shown so much respect, recognition, and success without mention of royal family.
You know you go. Eba, your acqui resort in Yemen, and I go tell you what I do.
Comrade Adams Ali Yoshomole was recently honored by the Afemai Land Traditional Rulers Forum and the entire good people of Afemai Land for his contribution and benevolence to humanity, as well as his achievement as an astounding pilot in the affairs of the state. The venue of the event, which was the Auchi Polytechnic Sport Complex, was a big eve of activities as Afemai Traditional Forum and the entire good people of Afemai Land rode out drums to celebrate with the Comrade Governor. In attendance are the dignitaries from all walks of life, including the Otario of Auchi Kingdom, Alhaji Edo North Traditional Council of Rulers, conferred on the Comrade Governor the chieftain's title of Oshosima of the Universe, meaning God the Savior of the Universe or the Redeemer of the Universe.
You go, you know you go. I go give me the you know you go. Ogena no repa bono yao pape yuge ekpa bona repa borwe yo abi ogena no repa bono yao pape yuge wana ko egu anogena emo yo ujelo ogena no boy papo ogena no boy papo wana ko egu anogena emo yo ujelo ogena no boy papo ogena no boy papo. gie kiloke bwane o. Wasi mamodu iyo wa modu onore gie kiloke bwane. Wasi mamodu ojo te po modu onore gie kiloke bwane o. Ile go papi go pipe ore pigo pigu onore gie kiloke bwane o. Ogba pigo pipe ore pigo pigu onore gie kiloke bwane o. Iyo wa saboge ya iyo wa tembage me o. Oshobo le lo wini o. Iyo wa nyo yo. Ene june oshobo le lo wini o. Iyo wa nyo. Bonare paporwe, Mawaki ogena, lore papono yao, pape yuge. Take bonare paporwe, Mawaki ogena, lore papono yao, pape yuge. Ugana gozu anogena, emoyo ufelo, ogena lobo papo, ogena lobo papo. Ugana gozu anogena, emoyo ufelo, ogena lobo papo. Ugamio kane baby obade tu mi o de wo gbe number ele lo ile bade o ede gbe bi aso. Ugamio kane baby obade tu mi o de wo gbe number ele lo ile bade o ede gbe bi aso. Imopo wana vena, wako meni wana vena o. Imopo wana vena o kivale o. Sabu wana vena o. Imopo wana vena o kivale o. Tenebosi na vale, kili wana vena o. Imopo wana vena o kivale o.
I hope you enjoyed watching that very beautiful clip of the governor being honored with the chieftain title of the Oshosima of the universe. It was a wonderful event that saw dignitaries from all corners of the world. Now we'll move on to the next program. Recently, there's been an advert for the Miss Afema beauty pageant that's scheduled for December 8th, 2013. And in a visit by Towa Enterprise, one of the organizers of the Afema beauty pageant, to the Okokulagbe of Okpila, the Okokulagbe of Okpila has officially signed the letter of agreement to become the patron of this year's Miss Afema beauty pageant. And here's a video clip of the event that took place at the palace of the Okokulagbe. So stay tuned. His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Ewa Idirisu, the Okokulagbe of Okpila, has endorsed the upcoming Miss Afema pageant, which will take place in the month of December. In a recent visit to the palace by Towa Enterprise team, who are also the organizers of the Miss Afema pageant, His Royal Highness accepted a letter of agreement to be the patron of Miss Afema beauty pageant and urged the organizers to feel free to contact him as regards the event. The CEO of Towa Enterprise, Ms. Amidat Lega, expressed her heartfelt gratitude to His Royal Majesty for accepting to be one of our patrons and thanked him for his kindness and contribution. Afema beauty pageant is a way of showcasing the rich culture of the Afema people and traditions to the outside world, and this happens to be its maiden edition. Email or sent to your name with sent to you for your approval before we use them. Then to have any queries, you are promptly dealt with by CEO, that's me. Then we can expect from you up-to-date contact details and names that we should even send on government.
Let's go.
do whatever you think I can do to make a good success of this project. And therefore, I'm equally ready to receive you at any time, discuss with you, and whatever you think, whichever way you think we can always intervene to do one or two things to help you. I will be very, very prepared. Yes.
Thanks so much.
Okay.
All right, sir. Welcome back, viewers. I hope you enjoyed watching the video clip of the Okokulagbe of Okpela signing the agreement letter to become one of the patrons of Miss Afema Beauty Pageant 2013. Well, Miss Afema Pageant is a program or is an event done to showcase achievements of our young ladies from the rural areas. We want to bring them out, we want to show them to the world, we want them to be exposed to become their own bosses and to become self-efficient to the society. Now we move on to the next issue. The Okpekpe race has come and gone, but memories of its event forever linger in our hearts. And well, some of the guests who came in from had a fun feed, an enjoyable moment, and we're going to be talking about some of the Nollywood stars who came in for the event. And one of such stars is a present AGN PRO called Mr. Frank Dallas. He's also a co-organizer of the Miss Afema Beauty Pageant 2013, and here's what he had to say. Do stay tuned and enjoy watching. So being the PRO of AGN now, what hope do you think the people from the rural areas have? Because we have a lot of young talents now from rural areas who have not yet been discovered. So what is your own take on that? How do you get to reach out to them?
Well, actually, when we came into power in December, our template has always been to get to the grassroots, because we believe that is where you have bulk talent. And I told Madam President that the only way we can succeed is reaching out. And so far so good. We've been running trainings, and I know that Edo State, Delta State, Rivers, Cross River and Akwa Ibom, when you talk about our South region, we'll be embracing it come end of this month, May. And I can tell you that the raw talent, we call them crude oil in this acting business, is from the root, the grassroots. And we did a bonanza. And that bonanza, we said 5,000 naira for registration of new members, and we zoned it to the grassroots. I think the Southwest has seen it, and right now when we come to the South, because I remembered comedy started from our brothers there, Warri, and Warri is not far from here. So we are going to tap from the grassroots, and most especially, I remember Madam President Brasima telling me that Edo is so large that we have to have satellite chapters, and Auchi is going to be one of them. I think the unveiling will come up end of the May when we're wrapping up the training. I can tell you, it has always been in our minds to go to the grassroots, because if you take it from the root, you know how big the tree is. So that has been one of the things we have in our template. And looking at it again, the health forum, we have everything in place for the grassroots, because 2 years is just like 2 days. So we must put things in place. And we come in to serve. We're looking at the grassroots. We have ample things we're going to do for them. And before we wrap up our tenure, come next year, December or October, definitely the sky will be the limits for grassroots. 50 actors will be coming from our stable, because we said we're going to throw it open, we're going to make movies, we're going to carry out workshops, we're going to run series, drama series, and we're going to shoot documentaries. And how do you get those people? I cannot see myself going to tell Genevieve or Motala or Mercy Johnson or the RMD, the Liz Benson, to now start coming, let's talk about acting. I want to discuss acting with those, the upcomers, people from the grassroots, and that's the gospel we're preaching now in this very new dispensation of Actors Guild of Nigeria.
Well, sometime last year we were supposed to hold the Afema pageant now, because you're using it to reach out to the young ones from rural areas now who want to be interested? Because there's a clip or a course where you have the winners who will be featured in about 10 Nollywood movies now. So what is your own take on that? I want you to give viewers out there watching this program a comprehensive
we sat down during my campaign. I remember that I came to Auchi to tell people my mind and to tell them that yes, I want to come out to serve the people. I came to Auchi. But when I went around and I saw that it has to do with empowerment, that's the only thing they're lacking here. The next thing I did was to come up with a concept, and that before we titled it "Which You Are Aware," because we deliberated over it during our team meeting. We said, do we call it Miss Auchi? A lot of people votes went up and they said Afema, Miss Afema. So we didn't do this because we want to look at people from the hem of affairs. We're doing it to empower the grassroots. And I can tell you that come this year, before December 10, we're going to host it because prizes will be given, training will be given, and we're going to discover talent in the 10 movies we promise all the contestants that will be in the house during the time of this pageant show, that they're going to see it, they're going to walk away with their prizes, they're going to go through the training, and they're going to shoot this movie. So everything is in place. We just want to get going. And you know you are the one who's running it. So.
Yes. Well, you've heard it all from Mr. Frank Dallas, is the PRO, the
image maker.
Image maker. And he's someone that is a very close